Cardi B is a female rapper from the Bronx borough of New York. She initially gained a following online when she began posting comedy videos to platforms like Vine and Instagram. This garnered enough attention to eventually get Cardi casted on the reality TV show Love and Hip Hop New York. This is when Cardi really got into making music and released two mixtapes while on the show. She then went on to release her breakout hit, Bodak Yellow, in 2017, which ended up reaching the number one spot on the Billboard Top 100, officially solidifying Cardi in the mainstream media and into the rap world. After growing her following to new heights and garnering the attention of the general public due to the success of her debut single, in 2018, Cardi released her studio album, Invasion of Privacy, which also went on to reach the number one spot on the Billboard and received a mass amount of critical acclaim. She even went on to win a Grammy for this album the following year. Things were really looking good for Cardi during this time. Following the success of Invasion of Privacy, Cardi did begin to gear up for what we all thought was going to be her second album. She dropped WAP with Megan Thee Stallion, which was a huge hit. I'm talking number one debut on Billboard. There were viral moments all over the internet. The song was everywhere when it initially came out. The following year, Cardi dropped Up, which was a cute viral TikTok song. It had a dance to go with it. It did pretty decent on the charts. Cardi was still doing very commercially well at this time. So I just want to know, why didn't the album come here? I mean, right? It makes sense. She had all the hype and momentum from her singles. People seemingly wanted to hear new music from her. Why didn't she drop the album at this time? Cardi herself has given quite a few reasons as to why she claims to not be releasing her album, one of which being due to her anxiety. She says she has a lot of anxiety about releasing new music due to it now actually feeling like a job opposed to like a hobby.
And I do have anxiety. I've been having a lot of anxiety because I know right after I drop my album, I have to go on tour. And I have like bad separation anxiety from my kid. Making music to me has become like a job that gives me anxiety.
She also claims she's hesitant to release her album because she knows that when it comes out, she'll have to go on tour, and she has anxiety about being separated from her children. Which is another point to add. Cardi has been mainstream for almost 5 years now and has still yet to go on any type of tour for her debut album, which is almost unheard of, especially for someone who had as much, media attention and hype that she did at that time. Now, aside from this, there are a few other conspiracies as to why we've yet to receive a sophomore album from Cardi B. One of the most prominent being that there is no album. It's not done. It probably never started. I'm kidding, but honestly, many believe that there is no album in the stew from Cardi at this moment, and this is primarily due to the fact that she has said this herself. After a back and forth with a fan on Twitter where the fan kind of insinuated that Cardi's lazy due to the lack of music being released, Cardi claimed that there's just no album at all. Now, I'm not sure how serious or not Cardi was being about this because she was definitely very emotional about the whole matter, as we see with some of the tweets that follow the incident. There's also a rumor going around that Cardi is or was having issues with her label, and that's why we haven't heard of any new music from her. Many speculate that these issues are over financial matters and claim that Cardi's actually costing her label money opposed to making the money. This is kind of evident after the release of her latest song, Bongos, also with Megan Thee Stallion, which apparently received around a $2 million budget for the video, but ultimately did not garner the same amount as attention that her previous releases have. Also, the fact that Cardi has yet to tour also kind of makes this believable. Mind you, I was unable to find any concrete evidence or proof of this, so it's very much all just hearsay. Nonetheless, these are all conspiracies and everything is alleged, so we ultimately don't have a concrete reason as to why it's been 5 years since the release of Invasion of Privacy, and we are still in the ripe year of 2024 anticipating a Cardi B album. And I mean, I don't mean to be shady, but is anyone really still anticipating this album? Like, is that the right word at this point? Because let's be honest, Cardi has lost quite a bit of her hype that she initially had, 3 to 4 years ago. And I feel like she continues to lose more hype every day, every week, every year that we don't get new music from her. All of these stunts that she's been pulling the past few years, followed by lackluster drop after lackluster drop, really just has me asking, Cardi B, what the F are you doing?